Awakening Kundalini Shakti. Is it dangerous? What are the dangers? Kundalini awakening. So many people that fear it and say it's dangerous and we can't do it and it's the most dangerous type of yoga and let's actually analyze what we're talking about here, because lots of people say it's dangerous. Why is it dangerous? What's dangerous about it? Do you even know? Or you just say, oh, it's dangerous because... Okay, so let's figure this out. Let's get rid of all the fear-mongers. Let's get rid of all those top guru types that say it's dangerous because they want to control its flow of knowledge. Let's get rid of all the fear-mongers of other religions trying to say it's dangerous so they get to keep the power and theirs is better. And now let's actually look at the facts and what it is, this dangerous bit about it. Now there's one big thing that you'll see on lots of social media. My Kundalini awakened and it was a bad experience and therefore it's dangerous. Okay, yeah, victim videos are great. People love to watch a victim video, and if you awaken your Kundalini and you haven't been doing any shadow work and you're still full of ego, yeah, you're going to have a dark night of the soul because the energy and the ego are going to fight and you're not going to feel very nice for a couple of days. It's going to feel awkward because your ego and your true inner self can't hide from the energy, and so it's going to make you feel a bit uncomfortable, let's say, because you have a big ego. That's it. You haven't worked on it. That's not a danger. That's part of the process. If you have decided not to do shadow work, it gets you to face yourself, and if you don't like what you see in the mirror, it's uncomfortable. That's not dangerous. So what is the danger about Kundalini? Is there any danger? There is one very big danger when it comes to Kundalini awakening. And that is all those people that say you should not try and do it, getting educated, practicing it and awakening in it fully, slowly, carefully. Those people that say, if it awakens, it'll awaken naturally and spontaneously, that's dangerous. That's dangerous, ignorant information. But so what are the true dangers? Are there any, or is it just all rubbish? There is one danger about awakening Kundalini Shakti, the Kundalini energy. And let's talk about this a little bit scientifically. So when you raise your Kundalini, what will happen? Not just a partial little rising that many people haven't. No, fully raise the Kundalini. What it's going to do, it is going to activate your whole brain. Your whole brain feel like it's just alive and lightened up and everything is switched on. Everything is hypersensitive. So if this happens, let's take the example of you're at a music festival, you're on LSD, this happens. You're on a drug, so you have no control over what's happening to your brain. You can't bring yourself down because you're on a drug until your brain is hypersensitive, your senses are hypersensitive. You've got music blaring, there are lots of people, there's lots of lights and blah, 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 blah. All that hyper-stimulated brain and all that high sensitive activity can basically break your brain, can't it? It can overload you. That overload can lead to what is called Kundalini Syndrome. Yes. It does. Kundalini Syndrome can be and has been misdiagnosed as being bipolar. If that happens, can you recover? Yes, you can, because there are people that have recovered from it. They've been in those situations that have recovered from it. So to all those people that say, no, just let it, if it's going to happen, let it happen by itself, spontaneous, naturally, with no preparation, no work, no care, no careful consideration. You're the ones that are risking others who listen to you Kundalini Syndrome. Because if they're Kundalini raisers and they are in the middle of a supermarket, the brain could get overstimulated and it could have some bad effects. Whilst you follow careful steps, whilst you use Shaktipat to help you awaken your Kundalini, or you use an energy master to help you awaken your Kundalini, the risk of that actually happening, because when you do it, you're going to be in a quiet, calm place. You're going to have time to come back down, because it's not permanent. People say Kundalini awakening is permanent. Okay, once it's awakened, but that full state of full brain activity is not permanent. It comes down again. You can raise it up and you can practice and you can, So, Shaktipat is said to be the safest way to raise Kundalini. Why? Because you're doing it with someone that knows how to do it, that you're controlling it, that you're doing it gradually, you'll only go as high as the energy master can see you can take, or that you feel comfortable. Practice. That takes away the danger. Now, of course, if you're working with someone who's just done a 3-day course, Kundalini activation course, and they do it and they really don't have a clue, okay, yeah, that could be as dangerous as doing it yourself, probably a bit more, especially if, they're in a room with loud music blaring and hyperstimulation, and yeah, of course, because they don't have a clue. They don't know what they're doing. They're playing a little bit with fire. Yes, okay, we can give a little bit of stock to the people that, just be careful what you do, be sensible. It's about hyperstimulation of the brain, so don't overpush it. Have I made my point? Does it seem clear? Does it make sense that if you sit and you awaken with someone who can help you and guide you and give you knowledge and be able to ground you at the end of a session and build this slowly over time, does it make sense that that is the safest way to do something? And to those people that say, Shaktipat is this and Shaktipat is that, and be careful of Shaktipat and be careful of online gurus. Well, the biggest gurus are online. So be careful of YouTube gurus, but the biggest Hindu gurus are on YouTube. So that makes no sense either. Granted, do your homework, because you don't want to go to someone who's done a 3-day course or a week's course, or and that's it, on activating Kundalini energy, which is actually pranic and tantric energy. It's not Kundalini energy. And, they could accidentally awaken it and cause you to go very high and not have any idea of what to do. Yeah, that does happen. That has happened. So just be sensible. That's not necessarily a bad thing. That can be a fun experience. But now it comes from, it's a little bit like Superman when he gets his powers. and he's hypersensitive and he's so stressed he shoots and flies into space to calm down, and then it was fine. And then he goes and trains like in wherever it is, the Arctic or wherever, for a while in the calm and peace. If you can train in the calm and peace in a stable environment whilst you're awakening your Kundalini, or from your own home, like with me, online, you are controlling your environment. Therefore, where are the dangers? Granted, if you have schizophrenia very close to you genetically, bipolar or genetically, you have to be more careful. You will have to check with your doctor before being able to do it. They may risk against it, therefore don't do it. But other than that, where's the danger? If you take care of these things, you're cool.